Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylee and I'm a homeschool mom to 2 kids. They will be going into 5th and 7th grade next year. So today I'm going to share with you our curriculum choices for my upcoming 5th grader for the 2021-2022 school year. I'm just going to give a quick look at what we're using. If you want a more in-depth look at anything, leave me a comment below and I'll try to make a video on that. So for my 5th grader, we are going to be using Math Lessons for Living Education Level 5. This is from Masterbooks. She has been using this curriculum for the past couple years and really enjoys this, so we are sticking with it. Each lesson has a story and then it has short exercises. So that's it for math. Then for Bible, she is going to be doing Apologia, Who is God, with her brother. They're going to do this together. It comes with a textbook and a notebooking journal. The textbook has everything that we need to read. All of the stories and everything. And then the student notebook has things for them to take notes, crossword puzzles, places for them to write Bible verses, and it's got activities for them to do. Hoping this will kind of help them learn to take some notes. And so we have not used this curriculum before, but looking forward to trying this one out. And then for language arts, we are making a change this year. She used to use Language Lessons for Living Education, which she does really like, and I like it also, but I felt like she really needed a little bit more practice in the reading and grammar. So we are going to try Lightning Literature. I saw this and I really liked all of the book choices. So we are going to try the grade 4 book because I liked the book choices for this one. It comes with a teacher's guide and a student workbook. I did not buy the book package because I had a couple of the books already, and then I ordered a couple that weren't available at my library. But the books that you use with this are to be The Earth Dragon Awakes, Morning Girl, The One and Only Ivan, Gone Fishing, Where the Mountain Meets the Moon, The Family Under the Bridge, Nim's Island, The Dreamer, Love That Dog, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, Tuck Everlasting, and The Borrowers. So this is the student workbook, and I really like how this is set up because each week is set up very easily here with the cover page, and it has a student checklist of everything they need to do for the week. And then week 1, day 1, week 1, day 2, week 1, day 3, and week 1, day 4. I also like that it works really well with a 4-day school week. It has reading comprehension, and it has grammar each day. And I really felt like my daughter needed more review on the grammar than just once or twice a week. And it does also include composition, and it tells you what they need to do here. But we may not do as much of the composition part because my daughter is going to take an IEW writing class with another homeschool mom this year. I feel like she really struggles with writing and really needs that structure that IEW provides. And my son did the classes with this teacher and it really improved his writing. So here's a glance at this. I also really like the color coding. You can see different books have different colors at the top of the page. It also comes with a teacher's guide, and this has all of the answers as you work through the lessons and anything that you might need to go over with your students. It has also discussion options at the end of a book. They have a book discussion day, and it talks about all of the different theme, story, character, and things like that that you can go over with the books. These are just a few of the books that I already had, and these two I ordered because I could not find at my library. So I'm really looking forward to trying this year. That curriculum does not include spelling, and she did spelling UC this year, and I felt like her spelling really improved, so we are going to move to the next level. This is just the instructor's handbook. It's really just the dictation and the highlighting for the answer key. And in here, they just highlight what it tells them in the passage, and then it's basically copy work. And then at the end of the week, they will do it from dictation. I think this helps her a lot better. Just repeating, writing the words helps her remember it better than trying to learn spelling rules that she never remembers after going over them. Comes with erasable colored pencils to be able to do all the highlighting. And if we have time, we might add in some of this vocabulary. This is just an interactive vocabulary notebook. You just make copies of these pages, and then they paste them into a notebook and can write the definitions. So we might work on this depending on how much time we have, how everything else goes. So that is all of her language arts. So for history, she is going to be doing Not Grass, From Adam to Us with her brother. That's in 7th grade. We will probably extend this out to about maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years, depending on how it goes, so that we can take time to study anything more in depth, because this is covering all of world history in 1 year. It goes through things pretty quickly. So if my kids want to take time to study anything more in depth, we can take time to do that and add in extra books about anything they want to learn about. So this is just a glance through the textbook. I really love all of the pictures. My kids did help pick out this history curriculum. I gave them several options, and they liked this. It has 2 textbooks that are really big, and it has this book, Our Creative World, that has stories and poems and original documents, and it tells you at the end of each lesson when you need to read something out of here. I do like that in these, at the end of each lesson, it already has the assignment list right in the book for you. And these are all kind of optional, so you can do them or not, depending on what else you do. We may not always do creative writing if the kids have other writing that they're working on at the time. She will be doing the student workbook for this. So this is the student workbook. This is designed more for 5th and 6th graders, while my son will do the lesson review that is for 7th and 8th graders. So the student workbook has more things like matching, crossword puzzles, and fill in the blank, things like this. And on top of the student workbook, it also has a map book, which tells you everything, or tells the student everything that they need to do on this map. So I really liked that this was all included, and it tells you again right at the end of the lesson which assignment in the map book needs to be done if there is one. Also, same thing for the timeline. It'll tell you if there's a timeline thing to add. My students like that this has the timeline already laid out, so that way they don't like glue a bunch of things in one spot, and if they need to go back and add something, they don't have room for it. So I think that they'll like this version of the timeline, since it's already all in the right area. And it also comes with an answer key. Also, in the student book, it does have tests in the back, and it has questions about the literature. So this curriculum also has a literature package option. It is completely optional. You do not have to do it, but we really enjoy the literature. It's what my kids enjoy the most. So these are the books that come with it. The Golden Goblet, The Fables of Aesop, The Bronze Bow, A Single Shard, Otto of the Silver Hand, The King's Fifth, Madeline Takes Command, The Switherby Pilgrims, The Chestry Oak, and Children of the Storm. And we will probably be adding in several other books that we find to go along with the curriculum, because we generally go through the literature faster than we go through the curriculum, because we also read on weekends, or my kids might ask for an extra chapter and things like that. So we just read these pretty much straight through, and we will add in other books to have more literature. So the other thing I do not really have to show you is science, because we have not made a decision on science yet. We are going to try a Good and the Beautiful science unit this summer and see how my daughter likes that. We will be splitting science this year because my son is doing Apologia General Science in another class, and she is definitely not ready for that. So I've also looked at science in the beginning and been looking at different science options. If you have any suggestions for a science that your kids have loved around 5th grade, then let me know in the comments below so I can check it out and see if that might be a fit for my daughter. She has recently started piano lessons, and she's really enjoying that. So we are also going to add this Young Scholar's Guide to Composers to study some music this year. So this just goes through different composers, and it has the information in here, and then it has a downloadable companion file so that you can get student worksheets and things like that. And it has a list in the back of here telling you recommended music and some links to YouTube videos that you can use to listen to the music. So we are going to do this for music, and for art, we are probably going to do some videos from Let's Make Art, and not necessarily follow a certain curriculum, but just try to maybe do that once a week. So that is it for my 5th graders curriculum. I always find it interesting to see what other people are using, so I hope you find it interesting too. Thanks for watching.